Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike for Everyday Offroad. Today's video would be a 2-4 repair. We have a camshaft position sensor we need to change on Greg, and on Double D we need to find out why his front floor is soaking wet. He's wetting himself. I think I know why. So, what do you see? Grab your wrenches. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Standing here in front, at the front of the Jeep, valve cover, coil rail, and camshaft position sensor. Look at that, easy to get to. All right, to make sure, got ourselves a mirror. Got my flashlight. We're going to give a little looky look, see if there's a lock underneath, and there does not appear to be a lock underneath. Good. So it's just a matter of pushing that tab in. That must be a royal biatch. There we go. That's all it was. Just a pain in the butt. And I do not see any, as Eric at South Main Auto would say, green crusties. Well, don't look too bad. Let's give a quick visual on the inside of the housing. Everything looks in order. No dirt, no crud, no build up. Now this can only go in one way. You see that tab right there? That fits that little groove right there. You can see it right up there. See now, there's movement in that one. And no movement in that one. And it is the right sensor. So, what I plan to do is find center. I'm going to rotate till I can find center. Let's say right about there. The screws kind of limit the travel. So we'll call it good like that. Like with any other sensor, you don't want to go bonkers with tightening it. Just enough to snug it up. A little extra. Alright. Put our wire back in. Well, not back in, but plug it in. Listen for the click. Okay. Let's go fire him up. Well, that was a quick little repair now, wasn't it? That was easy. The camshaft position sensor is now changed. We've been driving him around for a little while and have not noticed any stalling issues. No codes are present in the PCM. We do still have a hard starting problem. A long crank time is a common problem in the WJs. I believe I know where that is coming from, but that will be in another repair video. So what do you say we go over to Double D and find out why his floor's wet? Let's go. Here we are underneath the dash in Double D on the passenger side. If you notice this right here, this is our AC drain. I believe the AC drain is clogged, backing up into the HVAC unit here and making the floor all wet. Now some of you might be saying, oh well, it's probably the heater core. Well, that was the first thing on my mind. I believed it was the heater core. So like anything, antifreeze does have a smell. I ran my hand across the carpeting and smelled my hand and did not find any trace of antifreeze. We have been running Double D's air conditioning a lot in the last week or so because it has been stinking hot. I have not noticed any condensation on the ground below him when sitting for long periods of time. This condensation is going somewhere, or in this case, it's going nowhere. It's backed up in here. Normally I would say go underneath the vehicle, find where your drain exits, get a piece of wire or an air hose or something to remove the clog from the drain. But I know for a fact Jeep, aka Chrysler, royally screwed the pooch on this one. Right here is the unibody. The unibody structure underneath the floor goes right along here and right along here. In other words, that vent, that drain right there, I'm gonna keep calling it a vent. That drain right there drains into the unibody. You have no way of accessing the outside port of this drain without cutting a hole in the wheel well. I have done that, but sadly I had a little bit of a fail. Now, rather than tell you about it, let me go show you. Only way to access the drain is we need to drill a hole, and if I'm not mistaken, the hole goes right there, right in line with the brake line. This line right here, in line with that hole, just to the side of it, right about there. Now I've seen guys, pictures in the forums, guys cut a big freaking hole there. I'm not in the mood to cut big holes. what I need to do is get a Torx bolt, a Torx socket, get that brake line undone, and move this brake out of the way. I have a hole saw. I will drill holes there and see if I can access the vent or the drain. Why do I keep calling it a vent? It's a drain. When doing anything like this, be rest assured that when you grab your drill, you're not going to have enough juice in that battery. Good thing I have a spare. Alright, story of my life. Missed it by that much. First one. Go to drill the second one. I snapped the pin. I can't get that to finish up without jumping all over the place. I can't get in here with a tin snip. Can't get in here with a grinder for fear of this brake line. So, yeah, black nozzle in there. That is a drain, which is literally right now bone dry. See what I can do with either getting a hose in there and blowing up through there or something. Alright, here we are inside the wheel well of Double D. Here is my overflow drain, my hydraulic brake line. Notice this first round hole here hits right there on the bottom panel. That was the first oopsie. I moved upward up to here. Literally just underneath this piece of metal right here is the drain for the AC. In trying to drill this hole, the bit grabbed, snapped my center pin, and sent my drill flying. I cannot finish cutting this cutout, but I am able to access the port underneath there. That is the drain. Now, I did unbolt, where is it? This bolt here, and move my brakes and everything out of the way. I was able to get a hose into the drain and push it in about 1.5 inches, and then I hit an obstruction. Now, whether this obstruction is a partial wall in the drain, a check valve, which most likely it is, it's probably a check valve to allow the water out but allow nothing back in, like water or debris, insects. I could not get it past that wall. I tried blowing in the end of the tube, to no avail. I had no results whatsoever. I took a can of brake cleaner with the long, that long thin tube. I stuck it in there, gave it a couple blasts. Water started rolling. For about 10 minutes it was rolling. Not very fast, but it had a good drip going. Made a puddle on the ground. Now, I have to close this up. I will probably try a little more getting that cut. I don't want to come in here with a grinder because of the brake line. I can't get a tin snip in here because this is a double panel. It's really tough to cut that. So I'm going to have to try, maybe put another pin in the hole saw and cut that out. I did notice that when running the AC, it is a little on the cooler side. I believe the water that was laying in there was creating a heat sink, or in this case a cold sink, and grabbing all the coal there and refrigerating itself. So right now I'm not going to call this a fix. It's kind of band-aided, I guess you can say. So it is what it is. So here we are again, at the end of another repair video. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by, tooling around with me in Double D and Gray. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And while you're there, give us a big thumbs up, like the video. If you have anything to say, comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. So, for Everyday Off-Road, I'm Mike in the open air garage. We'll catch you guys later.